Hello, McVeigh Dragons. Welcome to Mr. Thornley's Music Class, Volume 6. Okay, this is for kindergarten and first grade. Last time we had class, I asked you guys to listen to the McVeigh School Spirit song, which I put on the McVeigh YouTube channel, and you were supposed to let me know, figure out the sections of the song and also the form. And hopefully you realize that it had an A section, a B section, and a C section. It went like this. The A section was the hey, hey, McVeigh, you learn here every day. That part. The B section is when I went to like Mr. Wilkie, the principal, we always love to see. Okay? And then it went back to the hey, hey part, which is the A section. And then it went back to the B section with new words. The B section is the verse section. And the second B section talked about Mrs. Greer, the art teacher. And then it went back to the A again, and then it went to this part. When it goes, the reading, writing, arithmetic. Reading, writing, arithmetic. Okay, that part. A little change up in there. That's the C section. And then it goes back and ends with the A section again. So it could really be A, B, A, B, A, C, A form. If it wasn't for that C section, just be A, B, A. But that C section changes it. It almost makes it into what's called a rondo. A rondo is a very popular form in classical music. A rondo is when you have an A section, then you have a B, you have an A, a C, and an A, and it could be even D section and A. Each time you have an A section, you have something different in between the A sections. Okay? Very popular form in classical music, rondo form. But anyway, so that's the McVeigh School Spirit song. And hopefully you like me playing my Gibson Les Paul, and I was kind of rocking out a little bit. So now I want to get to a review, and I have my chart right now up here. In the fall, we worked on steady beat and meter. Meter of 2, meter of 3, and meter of 4. Meter is how we group the beats, right? Loud, soft for meter of 2, loud, soft, soft for meter of 3, and loud, soft, medium, and soft for 4. And we had also worked on our rhythm patterns over top of our steady beat. And the beat is a rhythm pattern. It's one of the main ones. It's pi. So it's the beat pattern, pi, pi, okay? And after we left beat, we went and worked on melody. Melody is made up of notes that move by step, leap, or repeat. Once you have so many notes that do that, you want to create a musical sentence called a phrase. And then once you have so many phrases, generally 4, very common, you create a section, a musical paragraph called a section. Now you guys will learn about paragraphs when second grade, when you write stories do your writing, you'll probably start writing some paragraphs. Right now you may not be sure what a paragraph is, but if you know music and you have about 4 phrases, which are like sentences, and you want to create something larger, it's called a section, which we're working on sections, A and B and all that. Same thing with writing, okay? So anyway, now we're switching our attention to harmony, okay? To be identify harmony, it's our main focus right now. To be identified when you hear harmony, when you don't. And if I sang like this, Yankee Doodle went to town riding on a pony. Okay, that's a melody by itself. And it doesn't, lost my train of thought there. A melody by itself with no harmony. Okay, so that would be called what's called monophonic texture. Monophonic texture. Mono means one. All right, one part. And it doesn't matter if I have 10 people sing that melody with me or just me by myself. If we're all singing the same part, there's no harmony. We're singing the same melody part. The minute somebody else sings something different or plays something different than the melody, then you're going to create what's called homophonic texture. Homophonic is when you have chords with a melody and or an ostinato pattern. So when I strum chords like this, that's a chord, okay? So that, and I sing a melody, that's homophonic texture with an H. Homophonic. A melody by itself, no harmony, monophonic, and chords or an ostinato pattern with your melody, homophonic. So And also if I had an ostinato pattern. Ostinato is generally made up of a couple notes and you make a pattern out of it. Like boom, boom, ba-da-da, boom, boom, ba-da-da, boom, boom, ba-da-da. It's a repeated pattern. You hear bass players play that a lot in bands. Repeated patterns. And it's to set up a nice what's called groove, okay? That's called an ostinato pattern. And you can sing a melody over top of that. And the ostinato would be harmony to that melody. Same thing with chords. Sometimes you have the guitar player strumming chords, and you have the bass player playing an ostinato. Sometimes you have a guitar player playing an ostinato too, okay? Or back and forth between ostinato patterns and chords. All right, but that's all homophonic texture. Okay, there is a thing, well, I won't get too much for you guys, but when you get to second grade, called polyphonic texture. That's more than one melody at the same time. Won't get to that probably with you guys, but who knows? Maybe if you have time closer to the end of the school year, might. But anyway, right now, our main focus is when you hear harmony, to determine when you hear harmony, when you don't, and what kind of harmony you're listening to. Is it chords or ostinato? So we're going to be doing some practicing with that later. Not today, probably next time. Right now, I want to start a song, and you all know this song. Let's see. Might know that. Let's see. Know that song? There was a farmer had a dog, and Bingo was his name. B-I-N-G-O, 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 and Bingo was his name. Was a farmer had a dog, and Bingo was his name. B-I-N-G-O, 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 and Bingo was his name. All right. Okay. So anyway, what texture is that? Is it monophonic, a melody by itself? Or did I have harmony? All right, which would be homophonic texture. If you said homophonic texture, I know it's a big word there, actually two words. You were right. I had chords with the melody, okay? Now, if we were in class, I'd do bingo and probably have somebody play an ostinato pattern on a xylophone, okay? And while I strum chords, maybe a couple of people playing ostinato patterns, okay, while I played. And ostinato is a pattern that repeats, all right? As I sang the melody, or we sang the melody, and I was strumming chords, so we'd have some nice harmony there. But anyway, that's our main focus. It's homophonic texture if we have chords or ostinato, and monophonic if we just have a melody by itself, to be able to determine what we're listening to, okay? Next week we have class, volume 7. I'm going to be playing some parts. Either they could be either chords or they could be ostinato, and I want you to be able to determine what you hear, okay? And if I sing a melody part, and in order to have a melody, it's got to have phrases. We talked about that. If the melody's by itself, it's going to be monophonic texture, and if the melody has chords or ostinato with it, it's going to be homophonic texture. So that's our main focus right now, to be listening for harmony, okay? With that in mind, be safe, keep practicing social distancing, be nice to your parents, help out around the house, be respectful, McVeigh best all the time, okay? So have a good day, and check all those volumes. Keep going up. If you have to, keep referring back to all the other volumes. Okay, because our focus is now harmony. We're going to be doing some stuff with harmony, and I want you to understand about melody really well when we study harmony. Okay, so have a great day. Bye-bye.